Can you believe it? We are on day 26 of our 30-day money game. And today we get to put $26,000 into our account. And I'm asking you, what are you doing with this? And how are you changing? When you first started this, how do you feel now and differently? I'm going to be telling you some wonderful stories, and I have a magnificent letter from a man all about how changes are happening on the inner and the outer. But, people, I am focused today on us letting go of our old, tired, worn out bullshit stories. And bullshit is actually a spiritual word here in Texas. That's my story. So, but what is your story about what you've been dragging around with you, about your deservability, about what you expect, about how you act, how you dress, how you eat? Truly, it all matters. But first, I want to tell you, several people replied about the EFT tapping that we did on day 25. And someone said, I definitely needed this tapping this morning and the house was quiet, so I wasn't interrupted. So nice. Another said, I just watched the tapping video and I'm getting back into tapping. I will tap around my upcoming certification test and be open to study. I release my limitations on time. You see? It's not just about money. You can tap on health, time, relationships, anything you want, anything that's got you stuck. And another one said, oh my goodness gracious, I absolutely love this. So I'm so happy that you took part in this tapping. It's very effective. Now here is an extraordinary result from day 21. And this woman said, I wanted to post on what I spent my $21,000 on. My brother didn't come home from Vietnam. He died in the battlefield as a medic and was sniper shot in the head. And they found his body the next morning laying over the soldier he was trying to save. Very sad. She said, so I'm telling you all of this. I made a donation of $21,000 to the Wounded Warrior program that morning of day 21. I donated that $21,000 totally to the program that trains a dog for a veteran to help them with PTSD and being more mobile and to help them cope through every day. It takes $20,000 to $30,000 to train one of these dogs from a puppy until they go to their forever home with a veteran. When I did this on day 21, I went into my spa to help my clients with their health and wellness. One mom and daughter both came to see me for detox services, and she said, we want to do another 21-day detox package with you. We know that what we are doing with you works, so please sign us both up for another 21 sessions. Ta-da! This was unexpected, and I gave thanks after they left, and I booked their next sessions to come. I get unexpected money all the time, la la la. I get unexpected money all the time, la la la. So grateful. But then it gets better. When I came home that night, my husband told me about the end of his workday. At 4:45, he had a call come in, and he was just ready to leave the office and come home. But his client said, oh, good, I'm so glad I caught you. And hubby said, yes, I was just getting ready to go home. And the client said, hold on. I need a quote from you for a unit, but I need it right now. And he said, no problem, you'll have it in 5 minutes. After that, he looked at his emails, and he had 4 new emails that he didn't see. And each of these 4 companies were emailing to say they needed a unit and please send the quote right away. He came home and said, holy cow, honey, listen to what happened at the end of my day in about a half an hour. I said, no kidding, holy guacamole. And I get unexpected money all the time, la la la. You know the song. Keep singing it, friends. It's working. Ta-da, woohoo. Blessings are everywhere. I love it. I love it. Another person saw that, and she said she also donates to Wounded Warriors. So, I just love the interaction of our group. Now, here is the letter that I promised you from the man who is playing the money game with his wife. You're going to enjoy this. Thank you again for this opportunity to grow in abundance. The expansion is wonderful. We are much more into experiences than things, and experiences are what seem to be presenting themselves to us. And here's where the expansion begins. At the start of the game, a brochure for Viking tours and adventures arrived in the mail. They do all-inclusive river and ocean cruises and tours in their custom-made small ships with spacious staterooms, balconies, gourmet organic food, land tours, and so on. First-class operation. At this point, I have booked with our virtual bank account a grand European river cruise, a Mississippi river cruise, and just booked a $70,000 for two 41-day grand Arctic tour that starts in New York and meanders its way down the eastern side of the American continents and on to the Antarctic continent. Wow, kind of excited about this. What is so grand about all of this is that and I want you to pay attention to this, he said, what's so grand about this is that I have moved my mindset from economy travel to traveling in style in all that we do. There are other bookings that I have done, and my wife has done some as well, including first class 3 weeks in New Zealand, a spiritual tour in Indonesia's Bali, a couple of new vehicles, an array of donations to both people and organizations that have touched our lives, and some that touch the lives of others in ways that move us very deeply, and much more. Expanded thought and belief in all areas. Now listen to this. He said, every morning I stand and greet the sunrise in connection with the higher realms. And I spend a bit of time in that state giving gratitude and thanks from my endless lists. This makes a huge difference in how my day goes. I also find that it is very important to sing a lot, play a lot, dance a lot, and be happy and cheerful, as it brings many wonderful and blessed things into our lives. And on a closing note, I previously shared with you 2 good-sized sums of unexpected monies that we have received. And we just received another last week, bringing us to over $38,000 in monies that were completely unexpected. And I want to tell you all, this is in the first 3 weeks of this money game. $38,000, real dollars, okay? Plus, there is an assortment of other financial things that are coming together for our businesses. Wow, he says. This is huge, and we are so very grateful. Again, thank you for doing this and for inviting us to join in. Thank you for that amazing letter. And I just want him to know that he has encouraged so many of us, right? He's changed his life. He no longer sees himself as this little, I just got to go and coach and I got to, sleep down by the engine room in the cruise ship. No. And with this mindset, don't you think that every day when he gets up and he sees himself and his wife on these big, fancy tours being served organic food by chefs, don't you think that changes him in his daily life? How he takes care of himself and his cars, and how he dresses and how he acts with confidence and love and joy, huh? Letting go of those old stories and recreating the new ones. So, what is your old story? What are you going to change? What are you going to let go of? How are you going to take on and be a new person? Be that person now. Begin to act, dress, speak, talk, everything like that new person now, and you will be amazed. So I want to close today with tapping our thymus, and you remember it's right up here in the center of your chest. If you can just kind of push around, it feels a little bit sore. Yeah, that's it. So we're just going to take a deep breath, okay? And just repeat after me and just tap your thymus. I am aware of things that I do and say that hold me back. I am aware of things that I do and say that hold me back. I release them right now. I release them right now. I change those stories. I change those stories. I act in a new way. I act in a new way. One with abundance. One with abundance. One with confidence. One with confidence. joy and love, joy and love. And I love that about myself. And I love that about myself. Taking a deep breath. Tomorrow is day 27. We will then, starting tomorrow, have 4 days left of this class together. So take it on. Be this new person. Do your singing. Do your list. Expand your way of being. Tap. Have joy. Have freedom. And become that new person. I am so grateful for you being here and sharing everything with me. It changes my life too. Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.